Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with the Craft Space. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you've come back, thanks for coming back and spending a few minutes with me today. Today is day 9 of my December daily, trying to keep up every day with adding a little something new and designing a page or doing something fun. But on top of that, today I whipped up a little stationary folio, I guess maybe is a good word to call it. You know how during the middle of the Christmas season, you've already put your Christmas cards away, you've kind of finished all of that, and you get that unexpected letter or correspondence or Christmas card that you weren't thinking was coming. Well, you don't want to drag everything back out or go look for that box because you put it away already. I made a little folio that I can keep just a few little tidbits in. And I have one myself, but I thought I would make another one out of this really great old book that I had. I'm really trying to go through and use up a lot of my things in my stash so I don't just keep hoarding and buying. But I wanted to make something up, and so thought I would share this with you really quickly before we got into my December daily layout. Figure I might as well give you guys something if you're going to give me something by coming and taking a look at what I'm doing. So this is an old book. It's actually a book that I found of my dad's from when he was in engineering school, and it almost doesn't fit. Let me see if I can go out a little bit. There we go. It almost doesn't fit on the screen, even with going out. But anyway, it is a hardback book. It is from the 60s, maybe even possibly the late 50s. And it is called The Thermodynamic Properties of Steam. And I left the title on the spine because I thought it was just kind of special and kind of funny, and it was gold, so it went with the theme. And then I found this old picture of Santa with all the kids, a little vintage look, and I think there was a scratch or something down the side, so I added a little piece of burlap ribbon, took the wire out of the wire ribbon because I don't like how they don't lay very flat, which is very simple to do. You just grab it by the end and pull it through, and you can wiggle it out, and then you have a nice piece of finished ribbon. And I covered that and put a few brads in the corner, layered it with some scrapbook paper, and voila, there we do. We have a cover, and the back is just plain. It's really in good condition for how old it was. But obviously there's not a whole lot of use for thermodynamic properties of steam. So my dad was gonna get rid of it, and I said, Dad, that's a perfect book, let me have it. So I took all the pages out because I didn't think anybody would get upset about taking those pages out. And I actually have them in my stash. I turned them into some little envelopes and those types of things. The cute thing about this is it had this little, it's not plastic, it's like a coated, it feels like a paper that's been coated with something. So I left that little pocket in there to start tucking things in. So let me show you what I did is I just put some jute in the spine, put some scrapbook paper to kind of finish off the inside cover and hide where the ends of that burlap are. And I filled it with a few things that I made to help get me through the end of the season, or get somebody through the end of the season. Mine is a mess, the one that I use, but this one I thought was just kind of cute. I might throw it up in my Etsy shop, or I might keep it and transfer all of my things into it. So let's show you what's in here. I took a few Christmas cards that were from previous years, and I just turned them into little notes you can write right over them, and made a cute little envelope, kind of added some antiquing to it, or some vintaging up, some washi tape to it, just to make it more than just a plain little envelope. So I made one of those. This I did just you know, those random envelopes that we all seem to have. This is one of those cards that comes in your scrapbook paper that I never know what to do with those other than making journaling spots, but you just get so many of them, and I thought, oh, that would make a great little write a little something, pop it in an envelope, send it on its way. I love making actual stationery. I don't know how many people write letters anymore, but I made these. I tea-dyed some big envelopes and then made out of tea-dyed paper. I think this is coffee dyed. I think that's what I did with this one. And I put a stamp on the bottom and made and pre-folded it. Write a letter. You can smooth it out and you can add them right back into your printer if you want to print on them, but I think handwriting at the holidays is pretty nice. So I put a couple of those in there. And then I took more of these Christmas cards so they matched. I like the color theme of the whole folio. I turned these into just postcards. So what I ended up doing was the inside of the card already had this on the inside of the card, and so I put a fake little stamp on there. And this isn't to replace the stamp, you just stick your stamp right on top of it, and then they'll postmark over the top and it'll make a cute little effect. And this was on the inside of the card already. I believe which way did this card go? Somehow, not that it matters. But then I thought you can put your address right there. It's a little religious, it's Psalms 8:1. And then you can write on this side. These were just really pretty. And I thought, why get rid of them? Like I said before, we don't seem to have friends in 6s and 12s and 24s like we buy our cards in the boxes. And so we always seem to have a couple left, never enough for the next year, and who wants to send the same Christmas card? So I just turned these into some little postcards. And same, let's just I like to try to stay organized in the beginning before the chaos happens. These are also the same they're from the same pack as this. Those pages that have the extra piece, and sometimes they're a little bit big for a journaling space. So I did the same thing, just rounded the corners, took a gold pen, I think it was a gold Sharpie, drew a line here so there's plenty of room for your address, put the postmark so that it kind of signifies that that's where your stamp goes. And those went in there. And you can pop these into a business envelope, or you can mail them. I made them just exactly the length, the longest length that you can for a postcard. And for the last pieces, these are the last few from that set that were also, I think these were the bottom corners of those big 12 by 12 sheets. And I had a border around it, and I used the border in a different journal. And I thought, well, wait a minute, I'll just cut these down and made postcards out of these, if you can see that. And I thought these would make a cute little, some little postcards if you want to just pop those off to somebody. And even if you don't want to do a real postcard, you can put these in a journal, or you can put these in an envelope and make them look like a little postcard that you're sending somebody for a Christmas card. So that is my little folio. And then you can just tuck your stamps in here, maybe add another little pocket here that you can put your stamps in here. Your return address labels you can tuck in this pocket, and then when you're all done, you can just set this on the desk, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. You can hook a little pen right here in the corner, and it's a nice little thing for the holidays without all the fuss and muss. So what do you think? Good idea, bad idea? I can't decide if I want to keep this one for myself or throw it up on my Etsy shop, but I think I might, I don't know, I think it's adorable. I might transfer all of the stuff from my other one and put it into here. I don't know, but I fell in love with this, and so really easy to do with a thinner book. Oh, I probably should show you. It's a thinner, so you don't have that big spine to contend with, no signatures in it, just a nice thin book. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's get to today's December daily. It's starting to get a little, like, you can't really see it, but it's starting to get fun where the edges are all getting full of stuff, and I'm going to pop the dangle off for now. Again, I've never done one like this before, and so it's kind of fun to think outside of the line or play outside of the lines a little bit. All right, so I always seem to forget to do this. So here is my little everyday, and it snowed, and so I thought I'm going to put a little snowflake here on today's. And the theme that I went with, not for any reason, but just because it just happened to be what I pulled out of all the colors, is a kind of a pink and green theme. So I carried it over to pink and green here. Reminded me of the day and the fact that it is snowing. Normally we don't get a lot of snow here in Northeast Ohio this early in December, or we get a little bit of snow and then it warms up. But boy, it's just been very cold and very snowy this whole beginning of December. And I did my calendar, so I went ahead and did a pink little X. I'm not really using this to write a bunch of stuff on, just more to keep what day it is and how many more days till Christmas or till the end of the month, that type of thing. I have a different planner that I use, and I'm not a big planner person, but it's more just ballpoint pen, in a planner, doctor's appointments, shipping schedules, you know, the bare bones of it, and then I just tear the book apart and use it for something else. I don't save my planner with all the cute stickers and stuff in it. That's just setting myself up for failure. I get about 1 month into it and then it's a lost cause. So let's see where we are here. And again, like I said, I'm not doing day after day or page after page. I'm kind of going with whatever I feel like doing. I look in my box of stuff that I'm going to that I want to make for the day, and I look for a page that looks like it'll fit and try not to think too much about it. And the one I came with today was, I think it was because I have an avocado dyed page with this journal page, and I was only going to do one side of it and then do the pink and green so it just coordinated, but then it just spilled all over the place, and then I just started gluing, and this is what we had. This is what we came up with. So this was from Happy Mail. It's a tag that I turned into a pocket, and then I punched out a couple of little, I don't know if you can see that little Christmas tree with the snowflake on it. The rest of the paper was really not worth anything that I could use, so I just used those as the top of my tag, little bauble things. They stick up when they want to. I made a journaling space, and I did journal in the back, so I won't flip that over. I might put some more stuff on the front. I thought, I've never used a tag as a pocket before, so that's something new. This is, I just liked how when I tore this apart, this edge was pretty, so I stuck that on the corner. This was a leftover piece from my socks that I got yesterday for St. Nick's Day. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago that we got those? My days are just all running together. Yep, 2 days ago. And so I just saved that because it's snowing and it's pink. If you take this out, this was on a piece of Happy Mail. Somebody actually drew this on the envelope, and you can see it's upside down and the address went right about here. Actually drew this on an envelope and then watercolor painted it, and I thought, how pretty is that? Like, even the little everything is right in the, I don't know, I thought it was really pretty, and so I cut it out and I put that in there and added some little sparkly green ornaments, some stickers that came in Happy Mail that I normally wouldn't use for anything, but they'd seem to fill up that space, and it looked kind of cute in there. And of course, this is the 8 from the back of that cereal box. This was the front of a handmade Christmas card. I loved the pink and green with it, and I thought, what a great idea. Funny thing, I bought a new razor today because the blades seem to be just so expensive that it's easier, or sometimes less expensive, to buy just a whole new handle with the thing of blades when they go on sale. And so I used my punch and punched out the pretty pink flower from my new box of razors, and used it as the flower. And this is the security envelope that was green that I thought would look cute, and just some other little punches from my box. Some more pink and green, just little tidbits that I'm collecting from Happy Mail and that type of thing. piece of ribbon that I really liked, and I thought it was kind of fun to put it on the top like that, these little snippets of ribbon that came in some Happy Mail. And here is another journaling spot. And of course, here's the theme of the day, more and more and more snow. We live in a secondary snow belt, and normally I don't think we get that much snow, but this year we are seeming to get quite a bit of snow. And if you notice, this pocket does not go all the way down. When I glued it, I made it like a short pocket because I didn't have anything that was super long to fit in here. So I just made a short pocket, and then this is just all glued in there. So that only goes down that far. And this was a cute little, I don't know, little bear, one of those faux stamps. And so I made myself another little tag, so if I want to write something else that goes on there. And there we are. There is today, which is the big December 8th. So didn't write a whole lot today on this one, kind of a busy day, and wanted to get to this and finish that folio up real quick. But again, I hope you like this. Just a quick little pop on today, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully. How are you doing? Are you keeping up on your December daily? Have you made anything new for your junk journaling or just for crafting? I know it's a super busy season, and we're all just running around doing all the different things we need to do to get ready for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Yule. I'm trying to think if there's any other holidays in there here in December. So anyway, if you could do me a huge favor and just like this video, give me a little subscribe. I'm really trying to build this channel up to get back to where I was with my other channel that I lost. Big long story, and if you started with me a couple of days ago, you'll understand why I'm starting a whole new channel. And so if you help me out by doing that, that would mean a whole lot to me. But anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the hustle and bustle of this holiday, and we'll see you soon. Bye.